Okay, so 2025, man.
Yeah, we're in Jan still.
We are.
We're in Jan. Just checking because I got so much shit going on.
Yeah.
I got so much shit going on, and sometimes need to check what time of the year I'm in.
We're still in Melbourne as well.
That's good.
We're still
At the moment.
right now,
At the moment.
at this second.
And funny you mentioned that because in March we won't be in Melbourne. Where are you going to be?
Oh, you dropping bombs like that?
Dropping bombs. There's a game.
All right, okay.
We're going to be in the United States of America. Trump has called us up. He wants us to join his team.
So, what is it? Doge? The Department of Government Efficiency? With Elon Musk?
Come in and fuck shit up. No, we're going over to the States and we're going to go see Alex Hormozy.
And
And GC.
Grant Cardone.
Going to check out the 10X Growth Conference as well. Spend a couple of days with Hormozy, spend a few days with GC and some guests and all that sort of stuff. And it was quite a random thing, actually. We literally spoke about it and then we go, yeah, do you want to book it? And got on a call with them and booked it pretty much that day. We'd wanted to do it for a while, but it was good that we actually took the action and booked it.
I feel like that's what we do with most things, though, right?
Yeah.
That's how this
absolutely.
podcast came together.
Absolutely. Call me up. Hey, you should start a podcast. And, 60 plus episodes later, here we are.
63
Yeah,
episodes
Very nice.
later.
So what was your motivating factor to go, thousands of kilometers away to go see a couple of people in that business space? What was your motivation behind it?
I want to try Crispy's pizza.
Well,
That's one.
Thinking with your stomach.
Yeah. Look, I think two things. I've always wanted to go to the US. It's not like
Have you not been?
I've never been.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
So I've always wanted to go to the US. I think that is a big business hub for the world, and I think if you want to do big things in the business space, I think that has to be a market that you consider. I think it's almost silly not to. It is probably the biggest westernized market in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 360 million people or whatever it is that they know of. And that's going to continue to grow. And so that's one factor.
So you say as a, place that you should be doing business, what about myself? I'm a builder.
Mm-hmm.
How many people are building I'm not going to go to the States and build. How would I do business there? What should I be looking at?
As a builder?
Yeah, I'm saying if your business isn't necessarily over there, say you're a butcher, why should someone go over to the States and look at something like that just in business?
Just depends on how big you want to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So here's the thing. Most builders, most butchers don't do much. It's true, right?
Without a doubt. Or they stay in their lane. This is where they're thinking that one way to do things.
So you got to go from one to the next to the next. So if you're very geographical based, right? And you're like, hey, we build Bayside, for example. Your next thing might be to then do other luxurious pockets
Of the state.
and then to then do more states. And then eventually you get to the point where you've kind of capped your market. And it's like, what's the next thing? We then take this into, and because it's what you do, so what we do is less geographical. Obviously, like most of it can be done from mobile.
Yep.
But for what you do, I would then look at markets like Singapore and say, okay, cool, how do we start building in Singapore? How do I start building in the luxurious areas of New Zealand?
Yeah.
How do I get into those places? And then if you want to go bigger, and that's a pretty big market, by the way, but if you want to go bigger, you can then look at...
Well, it could even be different methodologies or tools or equipment or things that they're doing over there that you can bring back here.
So to go on from there?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, well, that's ultimately why we're going. That was my motivation behind going there because I've gotten to a point now where I was like, well, what's next? There's obviously a lot more out in the world for me to learn. Yeah. Where do I need to go find that information from?
Yeah. And I think that's probably, like I said, I've always wanted to go. I think it's a huge thing being number one. I would probably still have gone because I follow both these people quite close, even if they said, like if they came to Australia, I wouldn't be like, nah, I want to go to the States. Of course I want to go see them.
Yeah.
You know what? I can honestly say that I've learned more from Hormozy than I've learned from anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah. From the content that he's been putting out,
practical, real stuff you can do. The example you showed before shows you how well he understands business. Like if you have one salesperson, trying to get your closing rate from 30% to 40% isn't the best thing to do. That's hard work.
Yeah.
You're better off hiring a salesperson.
That's
You know what I mean? It's understanding what's the biggest leverage point. You know what I mean? And dude, some of the stuff I've learned just from his books have changed the way we do business.
Yeah, well, you've implemented, when you were running ads for me, you've implemented strategies that he was telling you to do, implemented that in the ad campaign, and it resulted in what we were trying to get.
Yeah. It was very, very good. And I think he's going to be like a business icon.
Yeah.
That is, someone who understands business so well that everyone's going to want to work with.
Yeah, and I think at the moment he's still affordable.
Right now?
Yeah, that's right. You go fast forward 10 more years and he's a billionaire, probably before then as well. And it's like, you want to spend a couple of days with me? It's $50,000 for an hour. Do you know what I mean? And he'll probably get to that point. GC was at that. And I know actually Alex went and saw Grant Cardone and paid him, that $100K for an hour of his time. And she goes, yeah, take it. What am I doing wrong? And Grant told him this, go. And he did, and he went out, crushed it, and exploded in his brand. So...
How sick.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah, and that's what I mean. For me, it just got to a point where I'm looking at where am I listening to? Who am I listening to? Who's had impact? I've seen Grant Cardone before. I've done some of his trainings as well. Don't resonate with a lot of this, with everything he does these days, which is fine.
You know?
No, I mean, I still like him. It's just more from the perspective, he doesn't educate as much as he's a bit of a showman these days. Do you know what I mean? I don't see his content as educational as much these days that he puts out there, unless it's to be selling his product and service and all that sort of stuff. Whereas Alex, on the other hand, same with you. Like I've listened to his podcast. I often take the dog for a walk and listen to his podcast. I'll deep dive into what he said. I'll implement in things what he said before as well, whether it's in my own trainings or in my business. And for me, I thought, well, what an opportunity to go there, learn from him, his team, and see if there's something else available out there for us to do. And hey, you go there, you get one thing, it's paid for itself. The trip, the time, everything. And that's what I want to try and do when I go over there. Because it doesn't always have to be someone local, doesn't always have to be someone in your own backyard that's an Australian or in your market or in your niche. You can learn things from other people. And I should say I have been at one stage, but I'm not arrogant now to think that I know everything and that no one else can teach me something.
Yeah.
And look, it was still a fair investment on both our ends to be in that room too. And arguably if there wasn't a level of obsession in what we're doing, you probably would just stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Just stay here and do the same thing, or try and do the same thing but a little bit better and get the same sort of result. You got to think different.
I think I was saying it to you the other day as well. I was like, I haven't paid this bloke anything.
Yeah, that's right.
I was like, I'm giving him no money. Like I bought his books.
Yeah.
That's it.
Here's $30.
$60.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Actually, the Leeds one cost me way more because I had to get it shipped.
That's when it first came out.
Yeah. But who cares? $100, whatever.
For the knowledge that you've received in return. And he did that webinar where he gave all this shit away for free as well. That live event. Yeah. That he did. He gave a whole bunch of stuff away for free for nothing.
That was all in the book.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Because every time he drops a book, he drops a course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Have you done his courses?
No.
Oh, you've never done them on the website?
No.
Yeah, they're not bad. They just walked through the segments of the books and actually walk it. Like it's like a video. He's good. He does what he teaches.
Yeah, he's a practitioner. He's a practitioner. But that's what I resonate with too. You're going and speaking and being mentored by someone who has done the things that you want in your life. Like it's a no-brainer. They'll give you a level of information, a level of skill set that is going to help you significantly in your journey of, achieving your goals.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it, man. Very, very excited for it. I think that's going to be really cool.
Couple of months away. It's going to come
weeks. Yeah, definitely. It'll come really fast. But I also think, if you're listening to this now, it's something that you should be asking yourself and saying, cool, like, who am I going to learn from this year?
Yeah.
What am I going to be obsessed about?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Ooh, am I going to try the carrot diet for 28 days and turn orange?
If that fills your cup. It's funny, I had a coaching session this afternoon. Yeah, this afternoon I had it with someone. And the guy was there and he was just pretty much saying, he goes, George, I'm just starting my business. And he goes, when I came and saw you live, I've bought your ticket to your event. I said, great, good on you. You're investing in the right places so far. He goes, yeah, look, he goes, I can see that whatever I'm going to pay you, I'm buying that 25 years of experience that you've had in the industry. I'm buying all that. He goes, I can see how whatever I pay you is going to be a fraction of what it's going to save me or make me in the future. So when you have that foresight to go, this is what I need to invest, this is what I need to do today because I can see in the future it's going to save me millions or make me millions, then I think you have a little bit more awareness than other people around you, and you need to tap into that and you need to take advantage of that. And that's effectively what we're doing, going to the States and learning from some other people who have done some sick shit. Like GC's got $1 billion worth of real estate. He's holding...
Yeah, it's 5.5.
Is it? Is that...
Yeah, $5.5 billion in real estate.
He killed it in COVID. Like he just exploded in COVID. When everyone was retracting and saving their money, he went out and bought property. He just went nuts.
He also says the GFC almost ruined him.
Yeah.
And he knew that he was not going to let this happen again.
I say the exact same thing.
Yeah, he's like, I say this is almost ruining me. He's like, I'm not going to let it happen again.
I was too young in 2008 when it happened. That was the first one he was talking about when he was experiencing the GFC.
I was a kid.
Yeah, I was too young then as well. But I was early 20s, I think. It would have been like 24 or some shit. I'm old. I'm 40 now, don't forget.
Yeah.
I'm over the hill. What was I saying?
Over the hill.
Yeah, I was fucked. Now I'm fucked.
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah, 2008. So he copped it then. I copped it in COVID. Okay, that was my period of time where I was like, nearly destroyed me. Nearly got all the things that I never thought would happen. I thought it was bulletproof. I thought it was everything. It in a bit, and COVID punched me in the face. Well, that period of time punched me in the face. I'm still recovering in the sense of the lessons are still sting.
Psychologically.
Yeah, they still sting. They're still there. But I'm so much better for them. And I've said it in events. I've said it at trainings. I've said it to people. The next time there's a GFC, I'm going to be a multi-millionaire. Next time it happens, I'm going to drop shit like you've never seen before. I'm going to do things that just people are going to go, how did you do that? I say, because I know. I've been through the worst. I've seen what happens. I know what needs to happen here.
And it will.
It will. I guarantee it happens every 8 to 12 years. All right? Something like this will happen again. And if you think it won't, then you're living with your head in the sand. So ask yourself in that instance, like, are you going to be the same person you are now in 8 years' time? Or maybe you should go and listen to some of these people who have gone through the worst of it. Imagine the things that they can teach you. Imagine things I could teach you if you were a builder and wanted to be part of my course. Imagine what I could teach you, knowing what I know, having gone through what I've gone through. That's worth fucking hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Just the experience, let alone all the specific systems and procedures that I can give you. And it's the same with them. They've gone through the worst of the worst. They've gone through the best of the best, and they've compiled everything into 2 days or 3 days and gone, here you go, we're going to teach you. Mad. You're mad not to go to stuff like that and pay money for it.
Yeah, you're buying time, buying knowledge.
Yeah.
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.